got involved in Stephen Ministry, I would say 25, 30 years ago when Pastor Soretsky first started it.
I got in Stephen Ministry back in the 80s. And the reason I got involved was Pastor Flaman came up to me and said, "How would you like to be a Stephen minister?" And I said, "I don't know anything about that." And I thought, I have kids in school and it's difficult, but it sounds like such a great ministry, so okay, I can try. If it doesn't work out, fine. Well, I've been involved ever since. It never got to the point where I couldn't do it, no matter what. And it's been just wonderful.
Let's see, visitation. It probably goes back quite a ways. I've always, as an elder, I've always been involved in visitation, visiting people on my list. Around 2007, when we had the vacancy, we put together a team of folks to go out and visit, and especially to take communion out to those people that were unable to come to church and experience and celebrate communion here at the church.
In 1981, my mom had passed away at the young age of 47, and it was very sudden, so I was assigned a Stephen minister. And at the time, I didn't even know what Stephen ministry was, so I rejected that relationship. Well, over the next 25 years, I got to know more about that ministry, how it's a one-on-one caring ministry to help people through difficult times. And I looked at my skill set over the last 25 years and thought, I am a good listener. I like helping people with their problems, not solving them necessarily, but I also am very strong in my faith. And lastly, I think I was doing it anyhow. I was helping friends through some very difficult times. So I thought, hey, why not go through training and make it a little bit more official?
Basically, it's very confidential. It's a one-on-one. When someone has a concern or they don't think they can quite make it, they want to tell everybody about it, we're there to listen to them. And most of the time when they bounce it off somebody, they get their own answers.
Jackie Welk and I are now the leaders. We have, 10 other Stephen ministers in our group. We don't have everyone assigned, but we work with the group of all the churches who have Stephen ministry. So we share if they have too many of their Stephen ministers assigned and they need someone, they'll call on the other churches. And we've done the same.
It starts with a request from those folks because they're unable to get to church. So they call in and say, "I'd like communion." So it usually goes to someone, then whoever's on the list to take communion. So they take communion to those people.
As a Stephen minister, I am assigned one person at a time, and I meet with that person usually once a week for about an hour. And during that time, I get to know that person very well, and we find out what's going on in their life, what's the circumstances or issues that they're dealing with. I will say that even after the relationship has ended, which is usually a joint decision between the care receiver and the Stephen minister, once that has ended, I find that I still have made a lifelong friend.
I realize that the Lord is there for each and every one of us. Before I go out on a Stephen ministry call, I always ask the Lord to guide me. And He does. He puts the words in my mouth. And that has also strengthened my faith because I know He's there.
It has because of all the wonderful people I've worked with and the other Stephen ministers. We share our faith, and that has to help build your own faith.
Again, I think it's just the opportunity. When I go up for communion on Sunday, the blessing, the joy I receive from communion, and then just being able to take that and now share that with people that can't come here.
I learned a lot through training, and I think through training and through the last 10 years as being a Stephen minister, I think I definitely feel more comfortable in my prayer life. I've also been more attached to my Bible than I had beforehand. A lot of times I look for specific verses that might bring comfort to the person.
I'm Jackie,
I'm Nancy.
I'm Bob.
I am Jackie, and this is my Faith in Action.
and this is my faith in action.
And this is my faith in action.
And this is my faith in action.